from this outgoing delegation and move it forward.
So for you as a senator, or potential, most likely to become senator in January, Stanley Rosenberg, when he resigned his seat, it was amid a scandal, an ethics investigation, which found no wrongdoing in his part, but did find a significant lack of judgment and leadership in his role. Do you, or have you looked at the Senate rules, or do you intend to review the Senate rules and say, does there need to be additional protections for people so that they can't be sexually harassed in this way or feel vulnerable again?
Sure, I think there are a lot of people in both the House and the Senate who are going to want to renew a look at rules to ensure the best protection we can offer our staff and ourselves, as members of this body. So I think that's something that will be forthcoming, as well as other legislative priorities that weren't actually finished in this last session that need to be taken up immediately.
Have you spoken with the former senator yet, or do you intend to look at some of those priorities and say, look, what was on the table, what was unfinished business for you?
Sure, I have spoken with Senator Rosenberg. We plan to meet actually in a couple of weeks because I do want to know what was on his docket, on his desk, his proverbial desk, so that I can best move it forward, because I think that would be both a way to honor the work that he had led in this district for so long, and also a way to make sure that there aren't any loose threads in this next chapter.
For you, most recently, you're known to people in the district, whether it's your work at National Priorities Project or before that, the Western Mass Food Bank, most recently for Move On. And Move On in particular has a lot of progressive street cred, which I think is something that people in this district have latched onto. But moving into the general election, are you concerned that maybe it's a liability because it's so niche?
Move On?
Yeah, having worked for MoveOn.org, and the fact that so many, it's seen as such a progressive organization.
I thought you said another word. That's so funny. No, I think one of the things that I demonstrated during the campaign is that I want to be a senator for everybody. Yes, I have my own values, and they're going to be important to me. But a senator, I think, situates herself with her own sets of values and priorities and abilities and background and skill, and then deeply roots in a community, right? Because a senator doesn't get elected just to represent people who are going to agree with her on everything. In fact, she gets to represent everybody. And so it would be wrong of me to imagine that I would really entrench in that kind of my own values, my own priorities solely, and then, actually not represent fully the entire district. And I intend to represent the entire district. So I think I proved that to folks. When I was out on the campaign trail, speaking with them, fielding their questions, speaking honestly, asking my own questions, and that's what I'm going to continue to do.